not come on the mission team, I think the biggest thing I would have missed would have been the opportunity to see God work and to have my faith grow as a result of it. Every single time something like that happens, it's just faith is building because you're watching God work. And it's not to say that that doesn't happen in other places, not on mission teams, but I do feel like this is a special place where you've put yourself in a position where there's a lot of question marks, so you get to see God work a lot. and I think that has been, I don't think I would have been able to have that if I had stayed home.
You know, it's like this little incubator for spiritual giants, and I wanted that.
I think I learned not to worry about being provided for by God, and I think I would have learned, not have learned how to step out with faith that God is going to provide. I think I had so much comfortability that I'd forgotten what it was like to step out in faith. And that's really also pushed me in my evangelism to give more and open my heart more to different people. And I don't think I would have been stretched as far, and I'm grateful to be able to let God stretch me like that. It's a privilege. That's how I feel. So.
I think for me that was the biggest thing that I realized now that I would have missed, was that opportunity to go to help people in a different place, but really to be stretched in my life. I think I'd just gotten so comfortable, and I needed to get my routine shaken up a little bit, and it really caused me to struggle and challenge me to find where my faith was at again. And even though I was doing something that seemed like a noble cause of going on a mission team, it actually just really challenged me and myself to figure out, what am I all about as a Christian.
So it's been really refreshing, because it's been a challenge to not rely on basically somebody else telling me what to do, but saying, you know what, today I'm going to go out and I'm going to make friends, and I'm going to challenge myself to do things I never would have done. Go to a group and meet 10 new strangers all at one time. So I think for me it's just taking the comfortability of life, but also taking off a lot of the distractions and just making it very focused.
I think one of the big things is that I would have never learned to have this kind of like special type of endurance being on the mission team here. Because in a large ministry, when like one person's life changes, it's not going to affect you a whole lot. But when one person's life here changes, I am much more personally affected. So rather than me just kind of letting that really control my fellowship, letting that control my life, instead I've learned to rely on God.
I would have missed out on the relationships that I feel like have been built here, because we need each other so much, because we're so small. And you can, in a bigger church, have all these different friends and feel like you've gotten all your spiritual needs met, but here you really have to fight to have those friendships and dig deep. And I wouldn't have learned how to be independent as far as being able to provide for myself by relying on God.
Like God's taught me some lessons on endurance here that I would have never learned elsewhere.
I think there's some talents I would never have known that I had, or talents that I wouldn't have thought as very important, but that have been really needed here.
And it's just grassroots. It's just bare minimum. This is where we start, and then we just go.
It changed our rhythm of life. It wasn't what everyone else was doing.
And he just gave me so much, a job and a home, and it's been, God has shown me that I can do things through him.
Y'all need to come to Myrtle Beach.